I once watched someone with a PhD and 20 years of experience lose a job offer because they couldn't articulate what they did in under 10 minutes. Qualified, smart people blow interviews too. Today, I'm making sure that's not you. Welcome back to Interview Like a Pro. I'm Ferguson, and after 30 plus years on both sides of the interview table, I've got stories that'll make you cringe and strategies that'll make you shine. Speaking of cringe, remember the last video I mentioned walking into an interview unprepared? Let me paint that picture. I've been doing this work for decades and easily met all of the qualifications in the job description. So I strolled in thinking, this is just formality. Well, when they asked about their new initiative, I hadn't even seen it. They asked for examples of leading change, and I rambled on about extensive experience. They asked what excited me about their mission, and I provided a generic answer that could apply to any organization. That humbling moment taught me experience without preparation equals rejection. So today, let's save you from my mistake and 4 others I see people make. Let's get right into it. Mistake number 1, rambling. You know the person. They start with the first job in the 80s and somehow we're still in the 90s 5 minutes later. You start answering and before you know it, you're 6 minutes in, circling the drain on the same point. The fix is this. Use the frameworks I discussed in episodes 1 and 2. Present, past, future, which was PPF for intros and the STAR framework for stories. 2 minutes max per answer unless they ask for more. Keep your responses structured and relevant. Mistake number 2, not marketing your magic. Avoid saying things like, oh, it was really a team effort. I just did my job. Anyone could have done it. Stop it. Your resume got you in the room. Now you need to own your magic, aka your accomplishments. They can't hire your team. They're hiring you. So please don't undersell yourself. Bring a little personality so you don't appear like a robot reciting achievements. Pretend they haven't seen your resume. You've got to connect your skills directly to the role you're interviewing for in that moment. So here's the fix. Use concrete examples and measurable results to make your value crystal clear. Use I statements. Share specific results, such as, I led the team that increased efficiency by 40%. You see, that beats, we did some good work every time. Mistake number 3, death by detail. Well, first we had to reconfigure the data set, then normalize the parameters, then. Your interviewer doesn't need your master class. They need to know you can solve their problems. So here's the fix. Start with the headline. I saved the company $2 million. Here's how. You want to share the most relevant details. Think Twitter, not dissertation. Mistake number 4, skipping the research. I'm excited about this opportunity. Okay, but why this opportunity? I've had candidates who couldn't name what our organization even did. One person confused us with a competitor during the interview. So here's the fix. Minimum of 30 minutes of research. Know their recent wins or challenges, the mission in your own words, and then leadership. Yes, Google your interviewers, and you can probably get that from the meeting notice or just Googling the company. And then any latest news, and then weave it naturally into the answers, such as, I saw your CEO's LinkedIn post about expanding into AI. That's exactly where my experience in cybersecurity learning could help. When you don't know much about the company, your answers sound generic and could position you as someone not detail-oriented, even if you're qualified. Here's mistake number 5, the weak goodbye. Nope, no questions. You've covered everything. You just told them you're not curious, you're not strategic, or you're not interested. Here's the fix. Have 3 to 5 thoughtful questions ready. End with something like, based on our conversation, I'm even more excited about contributing to XYZ. What would success look like in the first 90 days? If your final moments in the interview are, no, I don't have any questions, you've missed an important opportunity. End with a strong close and briefly summarize why you're a great fit and still interested. Look, we've all made at least one of these mistakes. I've made all 5 at different points. I want to know which one hits closest to home. Drop it in the comments, no judgment, just learning. Next on Interview Like a Pro, I'm giving you my go-to list of power questions for when they ask, do you have any questions for us? For a lasting impression. These aren't your typical what's the culture like softballs. These are questions that make them sell you on the job. Remember, brilliance without preparations and confidence is wasted potential. You've got the skills, you got the experience, now you've got the strategy to stand out. So walk in confident and walk out hired.